Hello everyone. I want to welcome everyone watching this video on my channel and also on these complete C programming tutorials. In this tutorial, you will learn C programming from very basic to really advanced. So let's start. So this is part 9. If you are new to this channel, then please subscribe my channel and also make sure that you watch all the previous parts. I have provided the link in the description. So today I'll tell you about input and output functions. Basically these functions are divided into two categories. One is formatted functions and other is unformatted functions. So in this video I'll particularly talk about unformatted functions. So let's begin with input functions. So what are input functions then? These are the functions which are used to read the data from the keyboard. And similarly we also have output functions. So output functions are those functions which are used to display the result on the screen. Let us suppose a program to find the simple interest. Then the program must read principal amount, time and rate from either keyboard or other input devices. So for this purpose, input functions are used. Similarly, we perform calculation and finally store the simple interest in some variable. And then we display the result on the screen, that is monitor. So for this purpose, that is for displaying the output, we require output function. So here are the input and output functions used in C programming language. We have getch, getche, getchar, getch and scanf as our input functions. Similarly, we have putch, putchar, putch and printf as our output function. Now let's talk about types of input and output functions. So on the basis of the data they read or they print on the screen, input and output functions can be classified into two types, which are unformatted function and formatted function. And under this unformatted function we have unformatted input function and unformatted output function. Similarly, we also have under formatted functions which are formatted input function and formatted output function. So let's know what are unformatted function. So the unformatted function do not allow the user, that is us, to read or display the data in desired format. These library functions basically deal with character and string, that is either a single character or a bunch of character. So similarly we have formatted functions. Now what are these then? Unlike unformatted functions, these formatted functions allow the user to read or display the data in desired format or user defined format. So the user can specify whatever format they want to print or they want to read the data. Similarly, formatted functions deal with all types of data, that is whether integer, character or string. So here's the summarized table of formatted and unformatted functions along with their input and output functions. So on the left side we have formatted function and on the right side we have unformatted function. So in this video I will particularly talk about unformatted functions, that is unformatted input functions and unformatted output functions. And I'll make a separate video on formatted input functions and formatted output functions. So now let's talk about unformatted functions. So under unformatted input functions we have getch, getchar and getch. Whereas under unformatted output functions we have putch, putchar and putch. Now what are these then? So let me describe you about this briefly. Then I'll demonstrate all these input and output functions in dev C++. So at first we have getch. So this getch reads the single character as soon as it is typed, without waiting for the enter key to be pressed. As we press any key on the keyboard, it reads it instantly. Along with this getch, we also have getche. So the next one we have putch. So this putch prints the character onto the screen, that is our monitor. Similarly we have getchar, it's similar to getch and it also reads a single character, but we must press enter. Similarly putchar also displays the character onto the screen, that is our monitor. And now we have getch. This getch function is used to read the string that the user types through the keyboard. Similarly, putch is used to display the string. So let's move to dev C++. Here we are on our dev C++. So I'll press Ctrl and N. Now let's document it, that is give a suitable title. Let's give it demonstration to unformatted input and output, demonstration to unformatted. I'll write shortcut, that is IO. IO stands for input and output, and I write over here functions. So what after documentation? Yes, it's link section. So I'll include a header file, that is #include and stdio.h. So now I'll write a main function over here. So let me first mention all the input and output functions. So here we have, first one we have getch, and after getch we have getche, then we have putch. Similarly we have getchar, that is getchar, and also we have putchar, and we also have here getch and putch. So these are our unformatted input and output functions. So now let's start coding the program. First of all, let's declare two variables, that is A and B. So here I ask the user to input a character. Let's write enter first character. Now I'll duplicate this line and I'll change this first to second. Now what will this do? This will ask the user to enter the first character and the enter second character. So I'll be storing the first character in A and the second character in B. Now what are we going to store in this A and B? That is character. So we have to change the data type from int to char. So this char stands for character data type. So to store the character in variable A and B, we will be using unformatted input and output functions. But you can see here I have used this printf, which is formatted input output functions. So I'll be replacing this printf with one of these unformatted input output functions later on this video. So first, to store a character on this variable A, what should we do? We should first read that character. So which functions we have to read the character? We have getch, getche and getchar. So let's use at first getchar, or let's use getch. So I write over here getch. So now what will this do? This will read the character which we entered from the keyboard and store that in A. So I give a semicolon over here and I'll write the same thing over here too. Getch and semicolon. So now let's print both the characters entered by the user. So for this also we will be using unformatted input output functions. So to print the character we have putch and putchar. So for this I'll be using putch. So the syntax for putch is putch, and over there we will be writing a variable where the character is stored, that is A. So let's give a semicolon over here and also let's write putch and B over here and a semicolon at last. Now let's save the program. Let's name it unformat.c. So now let's compile the program. So it says us there are 0 errors. So now let's run the program. So here we have. It asks us to enter a first character. So I enter over here A. So as I pressed A, it automatically read it, but it did not display us. So again I type B. So again it read the character, and after reading both the characters, it printed A and B. So let's cancel it and let's make it look more clear. I assign over here backslash and n, which is an escape sequence. I talked about it on my previous video. I'll also add over here. So now I'll save the program again and I'll compile and run it. So again it asks us to enter a character. So I type over here J. So as I typed J, I was not able to see J over there. But this getch statement has already read that J and stored it in A. So again I type over here K. So as I pressed K, this getch statement read the character K and stored it in B. Then after this, the putch statement executed. That means it printed the value of A, that is J, and value of B, that is K. So now let's close it. And now let's see the difference of this getch and getche. So I add over here one E. So this became getch and this became getche. So now let's save the program and let's compile and run it. So here we have. So again it asks us to enter a character. So now I enter Q. So as I entered Q, this did not display what I typed, but the program has already read the character what I input and stored it in A. That is, the getch statement has worked here. Now as I type H over here, you can see this H is visible. So what's the difference between this getch and getche? We are able to see the character which we entered through our keyboard in this getch statement, but we are not able to see that in getch statement. So let me make you more clear. Let's remove this and let's keep it over here. And now let's compile and run it again. So enter the first character. I entered A. So this did not display what I typed, but it has already read it. So now again I type B. So now what happened? This getche read this B and then stored it in B, and after that putch statement executed. That means it displayed the value of A and B. So this was all about getch, getche and putch. So now let's delete this and this one too. So now let me demonstrate you getchar, that is getchar, and putchar, putchar. Now what will this do? This will also read and display the character, but we must press the enter key. So I'll save the program and I'll compile and run it. So now the program asks us to enter first character. I enter over here T. So as I enter T, this displayed us T but has not stored this T on our variable, that is A. So for that I need to press enter. So as I pressed enter, this stored this T in A, and after that this putchar, that is putchar, displayed this A, that is T over here. So again let's close it. Now this getch and putch are used for string. So I'll be using an array over here. I'll be dealing about this array on my later on videos very soon. So I'll type over here 10 and I'll give a semicolon over here, and I'll modify this enter first character to enter an string, and I'll remove this a equals to, and I'll write over here getch and over here putch. So where are we going to store this string? On our a variable. So we need to display this a variable. So here this getch a will read the string which we input through the keyboard and store it in this a variable, and this putch a will display the string which is stored in this a variable. So I'll save the program and compile and run it. So I'll write over here, let's write my name, that is Anish, and as I press enter this will display Anish. So this was about getch and putch. So I'll close it. So we can also use putch like this, that is putch and the string which you want to print. So I'll save the program and compile and run it. So you can see over here enter any string. Now suppose I enter over here apple and I press enter, this will print us apple. So this was all about unformatted input and output functions. So on my next video I'll be talking about formatted input and output functions along with format specifier. So keep watching my videos. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe my channel, and also click the bell icon to get notified about my future videos.